If I did what like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't fault him for like stand to himself and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing, like
the game plan, and a lot of times when he says certain things on social media, I say, he's to me, he's still a kid. And when I was that age, I probably would have did the same thing. I didn't have a Floyd Mayweather distance.
The way Floyd Mayweather recently resolved his feud with Gervonta Davis after the latter paid him an unexpected visit in the gym is the best way to finish a feud, naturally. Gervonta Davis is getting ready for his rematch with Lamont Roach. His trainers have been getting him ready for everything except Floyd Mayweather's arrival, which nobody anticipated.
Called the knockdown. And is something wrong with the left hand?
As Gervonta Tank Davis trained intensely ahead of his upcoming fight, he received an unexpected visit that caught everyone. Off-guard Floyd Mayweather showed up at the gym. Despite past tensions, there wasn't a trace of animosity during the surprise encounter. Floyd was greeted with cautious warmth, and once it became clear he came in peace, the atmosphere relaxed. Fighters continued sparring in the background as Mayweather, Davis, and his trainers Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellison engaged in a lengthy, friendly discussion.
Look over to your left.
When it was time for Davis to return to training, a wave of nostalgia swept through the gym. Floyd offered pointers throughout the session, providing advice and corrections in sync with the coaches. It was as if old times had returned, with Mayweather mentoring Davis once again. Their bond has always run deep, both stylistically and personally. It showed clearly during Tank's first bout with Lamont Roach, where Davis echoed Floyd's elusive style and ring IQ. Interestingly, both fighters have experienced a similar knee issue in their careers and rarely needed the judges to decide their fights. It's just like Mayweather, who was only knocked down once in his career, and not by a damaging punch. Davis has proven nearly impossible to hurt cleanly. With sharp preparation and renewed support, Tank is expected to dominate on fight night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being around a guy like Floyd do for you?
He could tell you, go run at 2 in the morning. Go do it when, because 9 times out of 10, we know your opponent sleep at that time. So go run at 2 in the morning and go give yourself a mental edge, because you out there working every night at 2 in the morning running.
In May 2001, Floyd Mayweather defended his WBC super featherweight title against El Salvador's Carlos El Famoso Hernandez in what would be his 8th title defense. At just 25 years old, Mayweather was already gaining recognition as a promising talent in boxing. Despite leading the fight on the scorecards, he experienced an unusual moment in the 6th round. Mayweather unexpectedly took a knee not from a clean knockdown or significant punch. But due to apparent pain in his left hand, after taking the knee, he began gesturing to his corner, signaling something was wrong. It was later revealed that he had injured his left hand, which clearly affected his performance. Still, he pushed through the discomfort and ultimately won the bout by unanimous decision. Years later, Mayweather's career as a promoter and mentor brought him into the orbit of another rising star, Gervonta Tank Davis. Once considered a protege of Mayweather, Davis has since had a falling out with his former mentor. Over the past year, their relationship has soured significantly, culminating in Mayweather seemingly siding against Davis during a highly anticipated bout against undefeated contender Frank Martin. Leading up to the Davis-Martin fight, tensions between the two camps intensified. In a move that shocked many fans, Mayweather not only refrained from publicly supporting Davis, but also subtly undermined him. He posted on Instagram about the fight's potential cancellation and controversially called the matchup a 50-50ths, despite Davis being the clear favorite. Behind the scenes, things took an even more unexpected turn. Frank Martin revealed in pre-fight interviews that Mayweather had reached out to him privately, offering tips and strategic advice in an effort to help him defeat Davis' actions that highlighted just how far the mentor-protege feud had escalated. Whether Mayweather's guidance made any real impact is uncertain. Martin started strong, showing flashes of brilliance in the early rounds. However, Davis's power ultimately prevailed. At 1 minute and 49 seconds into the 8th round, Davis landed a devastating blow that sent Martin crashing to the canvas, securing the 30th victory. Of his professional career. Despite the emphatic win, much of the post-fight discussion focused not on Davis's performance, but on Mayweather's controversial involvement. His behind-the-scenes efforts to aid Martin appeared to be driven by personal grievances rather than professional insight, making this one of the most dramatic rifts between a boxing legend and his former protege in recent history.
Well, my thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive.
When the Ghost Martin disclosed that he has been getting instruction from Floyd Mayweather, the former coach and promoter of Gervonta Davis, surprised boxing professionals and fans. Gervonta Davis revealed some startling information in a recent interview with Jay Hill. One of the more contentious ones, however, was about Floyd Mayweather, in which he exposed the reality of some bizarre events that occurred between him and Mayweather. Mayweather has always desired a loss for me, he said. Unfortunately, Mayweather almost got what he wanted for Gervonta Davis. Floyd didn't remain silent, however, and he was going to divert Gervonta Davis' attention from his fight for the world title once again before they got back together.
I was in a lose-lose situation now. What came out still on top.
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just a little situation that he put me in to, make me lose. But he thought.
You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind.
But this is what actually took place. Legendary boxer Floyd Mayweather formerly trained boxing sensation Gervonta Davis, but the two no longer communicate. Their breakup was well publicized. After overcoming it, Davis improved as a boxer and rose to even greater fame in America and abroad. In an interview with the Mr. Jill podcast, Davis discussed the events surrounding Mayweather.
What else you want to talk about?
No, real quick, Jab. Actually, I just wanted to say I saw Gervonta Davis was in here for a minute. I don't know if he's still in here. I know he has his big
Tank on here?
Yeah, Tank. Tank. Yeah, well, I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know if he's still on here.
You win. No. You get close to someone you once looked up to like Mayweather, you realize they're not who they pretend to be. It's disappointing and painful. That's why I just go my own way now. With Floyd, I was put in lose-lose situations. My first world title shot came against Jose Padilla when I was RCE, undefeated at 16-0 and hadn't fought in 7 or 8 months. I wasn't making much, maybe $10,000 a fight. God. Then they told me I had to take the fight or be shelved. I was already struggling, got evicted, had to sell my car. I believe Floyd did that on purpose, so I started telling other fighters what was really going on, giving them advice to avoid ending up in the same spot. Now, when some of them say they want to fight me, it stings. It feels like betrayal, like they forgot what I did for them.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. I don't think Terrence Crawford should fight. Benavidez. That don't make no sense. You don't never want to see nobody.
Tank spent much of his career under the tutelage of boxing icon Mayweather, who helped Davis win world titles in many weight classes and establish himself as one of the sport's Most intriguing competitors, following their split in 2022, it appears that the two have become antagonistic, both men hurling obscenities in the other direction in the years that have followed. In an interview with the Jill podcast, Davis disclosed that he was once placed in a battle by his old coach Mayweather, who wanted Tank to lose. Although it is never pleasant to hear such things, Davis has at least disclosed the events involving.
I respect him, and I won't say I respect him. I appreciate him. I appreciate him for what he done, because he did, he did help me out. He definitely helped me out, but it was more so like, he would say that he gave me money to get my mom out the hood.
Still regarding the tumultuous relationship between Gervonta Davis and Floyd Mayweather, it's an old chapter, had been resurrected. At the moment, two of Gervonta Davis's trainers opened it instead of the two of them. It's hard to hear of Floyd Mayweather's terrible treatment of Gervonta Davis and still think well of the boxing superstar. In actuality, the most recent disclosures just validated all of Davis's unfavorable behavior against Floyd Mayweather. At one point, Gervonta Tank Davis and boxing legend Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s bond appeared impenetrable and was sometimes likened to a father-son connection. Since then, their relationship has soured. Tension arose, though. Davis claimed Mayweather had barred him from his gym as he was preparing for his fight with Ryan Garcia in 2023.
Nigga, where Derek at? I don't know.
He don't like
Frank. What that mean?
I don't like Floyd, motherfucker.
No, you don't. EJ do the trash talk. Make you miss.
Although, Gervonta Tank Davis officially parted ways with Mayweather Promotions in 2022, Floyd Mayweather insisted there were no hard feelings. It's nothing lasts forever. I will always love Tank. I like him, love him. Look at him as a son. He has to do what's best for him. Mayweather. Stated at the time. However, tensions began to rise. Not long after, as Davis started taking public shots at his former mentor, he accused Mayweather of unresolved financial issues in Dubai, and even claimed the retired boxing legend had been stuck there due to unpaid debts. The situation has continued to escalate, with both camps throwing subtle jabs at each other online, and in interviews, tension reached new heights recently, prompting concern among fans and insiders. Davis's longtime coach, Calvin Ford, along with assistant coach Kenny Ellis, spoke out in a video posted to Ford's Instagram. They criticized Mayweather for reportedly barring Davis from using his Las Vegas training facility, a move they believe came at a critical time in Davis's camp. As Davis continues to dominate in the ring, his team is becoming more vocal about the behind-the-scenes friction. Ford's remarks shed light on the growing rift and hint at deeper issues surrounding loyalty, access, and money that may still be unresolved between the two boxing figures.
What's your dream fight card?
Dream fight card?
Anybody.
So there's a couple fights on there. Me versus Floyd.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that.
The fact that she kept Snapchatting.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd and Floyd booked.
Okay.
So that's what we did.
And you think that was the downfall of y'all career?
I mean,